Lens choice paralysis is definitely a thing. It kind of falls into the category of gear acquisition syndrome, which is also a thing if you want to get a lot of lenses for no apparent reason, then you have too many lenses. I think that ever so often there is a lens that sticks out amongst the crowd, and this one is the Thypoch Simera, the 28mm 1.4, and today I'll be reviewing it on the Nikon Z system specifically. However, I do think that it will yield results that are going to be very similar because I did a review of this twice now. The Leica M10 was my last one. Make sure you check that out if you want to see more sample images for this lens. I'm going to be breaking this video down into 5 groups of things that I think are important. Number 1 is image quality. Obviously, this is one of the most important things about a lens, and what this reminds me of is the Summilux lenses, the 35mm, the 28 1.4. This is very, very similar to that. It has the 3D pop that you would expect from those lenses. So if you're somebody that's looking for a Leica Q but don't want to spend that much money, I would definitely recommend this instead of that. Or if you're looking for a Summilux 28mm and don't want to spend $7,500, I would definitely look into this lens because everything just looks great. The fall off is amazing and the micro contrast is incredible. Number 2 on this list is the build quality. Obviously, that's another very important aspect of a lens if you're looking to purchase one. And this one does not fail whatsoever. It is a full metal construction. It has great aperture clicks, and it also has the ability to de-click the aperture. The clicks are very dampened. They feel really smooth. It's almost like you don't need to even use the de-clicked part, but if you're looking to video things and you're using this as kind of a hybrid lens, then that would be something that you would probably be interested in. It has a very smooth focusing tab now instead of the infinity lock, which a bunch of people complained in my Leica M10 video about. They have definitely taken that away now, so you definitely don't have to worry about locking your focus ring anymore. I do find it funny that the lens hood is the exact match as the M10, and it has the cutout in it because you don't need that for any other camera. So it is funny that it is on there, and it's kind of loose on this one for some reason. I don't know if it's just my copy or what, but it's a little bit looser than I would want it to be. But it is there, and it's a lens hood, but it does have the cut, which is just funny to me. Which, I mean, obviously in manufacturing, it's going to save some money. This is not weather sealed, unfortunately. I wish it was, but it's okay if it's not. I mean, most manual focus lenses are not. Next up is the speed of this lens. It's a 1.4 aperture, so you're going to be able to dissolve the background quite a bit if you're close to your subject, and that's really hard to find in a lot of wide-angle primes. Having a 28mm at 1.4 definitely leans more into a film-esque look like you would see in a movie, because that's one of the most utilized lenses in cinema. I think that's why it just looks so good when you see a photo shot at a 1.4 from one of these lenses. And once you stop down, it gets just as good, if not better, because you have 14 aperture blades, which keeps your circular bokeh very circular. And that's the most aperture blades I've ever had in a lens. So it's really nice that they did that, and it's just unique and you don't see that very often. Most of the photos that you're seeing are shot at 1.4 because if you have it in this lens, honestly, it's a good thing to use, and it's what makes it stand out more. If you're using a 2.8 and you're shooting it at f8 and you're shooting this one at f8, they would almost look the same. So I liked shooting this one at 1.4. I know a lot of people will complain about that, but it's what gives this lens its look. I mean, it gives it the character, it gives it the flares, it gives it all the cool stuff that you want from a fast, wide prime. I just think that they did a good job with going with the 1.4 rather than a 1.8. Another important thing is the price of this, and you can get it for less than $600 for the Z mount. And having a lens that has all of these great qualities for less than $600 is pretty outstanding. I mean, I'm not sure how they're doing it, but this is very, very close. I will say it again, to the Summilux, the 1.7 on the Leica Q, or the 1.4 for the M mount. And if you're somebody that's looking at those lenses, I would definitely check one of these out or rent one to see if it's something that you should get instead of spending all that money. Obviously, this isn't autofocus, so the Leica Q might be out for you if that's something that you need, but if you just want a manual focus lens, this is going to be great, 100%. If you're shooting on a Nikon Z system, this is really great because it does have automatic eye detection. So if you find a subject that you want to choose, you can punch in very quickly to get manual focus on that person. And that has changed the game for me so much that it's just super easy to manual focus on a mirrorless camera. The Z8, the ZF, the Z6 III all have this functionality. So what do we have here? We have a manual focus lens that is priced way below its range of where it should be priced, in my opinion. We have something with a great optical formula that makes your images look completely different than most people's out there, because it is an underdog lens. A lot of people aren't using this right now. There are people that are. There's a lot that don't know about it, and I would like to be the mouthpiece for Thypoch to say that this is going to be an excellent purchase. They let me borrow this lens. I do not own it. I have owned one in the past. That was for the Leica. Unfortunately, I do have to send this lens back. I'm not being paid to say absolutely anything at all. I just know that this is an incredible lens, not just for the price. It's just an incredible lens, period. And I will stand by that until something else comes along and bumps it out of my number 3 spot of the top 3 lenses that I've ever used. All you have to do is just ask. It's not that big of a deal. Just ask them. They're waiting on you to anyway. Everybody knows it's coming, so just ask. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because it does help me feel better about myself in the journey that I'm going through with YouTube. I make these videos for free, and they're fun for me, but I also like to see my numbers go up because it feels like I'm actually getting validation from somebody. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and until next time, peace.